Good morning, warriors and survivors. How are you? I'm so blessed, I can't even stand it. I hope that you all are just as blessed, and more importantly, I hope that you realize how blessed you truly are. I came on here today because my sister sent me, I watched the interview last night. I watched the interview that Gayle Kung had with Kobe Bryant's best friend. I watched that interview. And then my sister sent me something that Snoop said about the interview. And I guess I don't see why everyone is so shocked about what Gayle Kung has to say. First of all, Kobe Bryant he was an exceptional ball player. Sorry, I'm doing multiple things. But Kobe Bryant was an exceptional ball player, exceptional dad, from what I'm gathering, and a great husband, best friend to his wife, Vanessa. I guess if you could look at the body language in Gayle Kung's interview, she showed no empathy to begin with. Watching that interview reminded me of the interview when she interviewed R. Kelly. She lacks empathy. And then another thing, one reason why this resonates with me is because I understand the loss of a child. Never lost a husband, got divorced, but never lost a husband. So that just, I'm sad for her because of this as well. Gayle Kung has neither. She's never had any children that I know of. And she's never had a man that I know of. But it just brings me to the remembrance of how we as black people are with one another. We are always the first people to tear one another down. I don't care what God has delivered you from. I don't care what God has changed your heart from. Somebody gonna always say something like, oh yeah, you remember Tracy? Oh yeah, she used to sell drugs. Or do you remember such and such? Oh yeah, he used to do this. We do this the most to one another. So why would she be any different? Why would she be any different? Money may be her God, because I don't remember her doing any of this when the Harvey Weinstein case was going on. Nobody spoke out, not a black person like Oprah or Gayle in regards to that. I do remember seeing Oprah say something about the case with Russell Simmons. So I'm bringing it down to our level. Because no, I'm not up there with the Kobe Bryants and all of them. And I probably won't ever see them in that limelight. But you need to ask yourself, what do you do for your fellow black person? What do you do for your fellow black person when you say something about something you've heard or something happens to somebody? Are you quick to bring up the negative about them? Are you quick to bring up what they used to do or who they used to be? Because that's all that's going on. We tear each other down. So why wouldn't she continue to tear us down? We do it to one another. We're so quick to judge people. That's changed. Where God is a free-flowing spirit, and he does not continue to bring up what I've done. When I pray and I talk to God and I talk to him about my life, he not saying, yeah, Tracy, remember you did X, Y, and Z. No, he's not doing that. But we as a race, we as a culture, we nationally, we do this individually and collectively. So I came on here to say that I'm not surprised that Gayle Kung is doing this publicly, because we do it publicly and privately to one another. So you should ask yourself, what am I doing? How do I add to positively or negatively when speaking about one's past? It's really irrelevant what happened in that case. That's not what I remember Kobe Bryant from. I don't remember. I know that happened, and I do realize that the charges was dropped. But that's not the first thing that I remember when I thought about him and the loss of his life with his daughter, the first thing I thought about was, oh my word, this woman no longer has a husband. These children no longer have a father. And that's the major thing that impacted me. That's what impacted me. So I just wanted to come on here and say a little something. Might not matter to you, but it matters to me. And I just want you to think about going forward. How are you speaking of people? Even not just the dead. How are you speaking of people, period? If somebody has changed their life or changed and doing something different, are you always bringing up what they used to be, what they used to do, or who they are, or who they used to be at the time in their lives when you knew them? People change. I know that I've changed. I'm not the same person that I was 5 years ago. I'm not even the same person that I was a month ago, because I'm constantly striving for growth. Because if you're not growing, you're definitely dying. You're definitely dying. So I want you to think about, as you watching what's happening around the world, what are you doing in your community? What are you saying about people that are trying to make changes in the community? What are you saying about people that had a past? Because we are all ex something. I used to be a whole lot of things that I'm no longer. I used to do a lot of things that I'm no longer doing. So it feels bad to me that Gayle King could actually say the things that she's saying. If you look at her stone cold face, she shows no emotion. She lacks empathy. She looks to me just like she looked when she was interviewing R. Kelly. So yeah, if you got a heart issue and you got a heart condition where you lack empathy, then I can see how she would be able to ask those questions and feel no remorse whatsoever, because that almighty dollar is powerful, baby. Let me tell you, even for the brokest of people, it make people act different. I've had people turn their backs on me for that almighty dollar. So it doesn't surprise me, but I'm just going to keep asking y'all, what does it challenge you to do? When you hear or see somebody who's made a change in their life, do something that's a good thing or that's positive, are you going to always bring up what they used to do, who they used to be? Or are you going to be blessing them like, praise God that God changed their heart? Praise God that God changed them to do X, Y, or Z. Or are you going to be like the negative naysayers and be like, oh yeah, I remember when he used to sell drugs. Or I remember when he was in jail. He did 20 years. Come on now, people. We got to do better. And the only way we can do better is if we know to do better. So I got to go. I'm hitting the road. I got a conference to attend. And I want you to not only pray for Kobe and his family, but pray, for his widow and the family. Pray for your family. Pray for your friends. Pray for that person that's starting a business. Because most of my business clients are online and I've never seen. Most of the people that I talk to business-wise, they do business with me online. I've never met them. And the Bible say a prophet is not accepted in his own town. I wish that we could change that. And it's not even about the money. I'm not talking about the monetary aspect of it. I have a degree in Christian studies. Nobody knows that. I didn't get that degree because I wanted to be a preacher. I got that degree because I grew up as a Baptist. And these people that I grew up witnessing were so hellish and devilish that I left the church at 18. So I got the degree because I figured it has to be another God that y'all speaking of, because everybody is pure hellions. So she asked me, Auntie, why did you get the degree? And that's why I got that degree. I didn't get the degree to be somebody in nobody's pulpit. I got that degree to learn about God on that level for myself. So I'm going to go now. I pray for each and every one of you. I thank you all for inboxing me, for encouraging me, because whether you know it or not, I still need you all to survive. And as always, people, be blessed and know that you are, and be a blessing to somebody on purpose.